feel like it's too soon. Babe, no, it's I'm really...
Is Love Island staged and orchestrated? Is Love Island faker than DHgate and Alibaba?
It is what it is.
Is Love Island scripted? And when I say scripted, I don't mean like scripted where you got to do lines like a conga. Not like that. But more where they give the contestants a nudge and make certain things happen, yeah? Because editing errors from recent episode, it's got me scratching my head and feeling like I'm going crazy.
Huh?
I feel like Gnarls Barkley. I'm going crazy! That's how I felt. But after going online and doing some research, I realized it wasn't just me, that a lot of other fans spotted these recent mistakes. I mean, like, it's not like you need an eagle eye or binoculars or some bifocals to see these mistakes. It is so blatant. Stevie Wonder could have seen these mistakes. That's how blatant it is.
Sloppy. Lazy.
And it wasn't just these editing errors. These editing errors already had me scratching my head, relieving the dandruff and them things there. But there was other scenes in there that made that face, like what's going on sort of thing, yeah? Like, for example, when the girls received a text to say they was going to Casa Amor, usually when there's a text, someone screams out, "I've got the text! I've got the text!"
A text!
Message. Message.
I got a text!
And everyone gets happy, get together and find out what the text says, usually a challenge or something for them to do. But this time when the Casa Amor text came in, yeah, there was whispering it like a yin yang song. And that made me suspicious straight away, like,
I've got a text.
why didn't you scream it like you usually do? Why did you whisper it and keep it on the download so nobody could hear? My feeling is it's the producers. They were told to do this. Don't get me wrong, some of their moves are genuine, but there's a lot of things going on that it just don't seem authentic or just seem natural at all. And whoever the editor was the night they done Casa Amor, that Casa Amor was revealed, they was either smoking some spice or some good Cali, because the editing, boy, the shots were not in sync or in order. It was just jumbled all over the place like some car boot sale. That's what it looked like. It just looked like some incoherent edit. It just looked mad, like nobody proof watched it to make sure everything was good. But yeah, you just, okay. And people are already saying this is the most staged and orchestrated Love Island episode so far ever. That's what they're saying. That's how bad the editing was. The first major editing error that was made on Casa Amor night, yeah, was when Shaq was ironing Tanya's green dress. If you remember carefully, they just squashed their beef like mincemeat. Tanya had asked Shaq to iron her clothes. He was ironing her clothes and she was upstairs when the Casa Amor text came through, and obviously they left quietly. And how is she wearing the same dress later on in Casa Amor? How? The suitcase hadn't even arrived yet. How did she get the dress?
How, Sway? Take a few steps back.
Unless they got Doctor Who's phone box in that house, yeah? I don't know how they teleported that dress there so quick, because they made us believe the boys didn't know that they was going to the villa. How did she get the dress? Unless a cheater delivered the dress, yeah? The editing was so poor. They should have made her wear another dress. Like, we know Casa Amor is literally next door to the main villa. They're literally like side to side, back to back, like the Kappa sign and stuff, yeah? So, like, if you really want us to believe that these boys have no contact with the girls and stuff and everything is not how it seems, you need to fix your editing up, because this is absolutely abysmal. Then there's the part when Shaq was in shorts, then they showed him again, then he was fully dressed, then they showed him again, then he was in shorts, then they showed him again. It's so mad. Like, this is when the boys was getting ready and the girls was getting ready upstairs as well. The cameras were switching from the boys to the girls. Then the girls obviously got the Casa Amor text. The camera kept switching back. But in between that time, yeah, Shaq went from being in shorts to being fully dressed, then in shorts. Then he ran upstairs to see where the girls are. They're not there anymore. I'm like, bro, I thought I was seeing things. I thought I had sleep or muku still in my eye and stuff, yeah? But after reading his forums and going on the internet, I realized I wasn't alone. And you are not alone. I wasn't alone. The editor that day was smoking budge. He was smoking a Harry Potter. He wasn't fully coherent. He wasn't in this world when he was doing that editing, because, boy, that was bad. Because Shaq is obviously meant to be edited with no clothes and then with clothes, but you're not meant to go back to him wearing clothes again. Like, it just don't make sense, innit? Then the third major editing error for me on the Casa Amor night was when the girls got the text, yeah? They got the text at night, yeah? By the time they got to Casa Amor, it was daytime. Unless they were traveling to Antarctica or Saudi Arabia and they were traveling on a sloth or a snail or like the slowest camel on this planet, how did it take them so long? They got the text at night, arrived next door in the daytime, they got ready again, then it was nighttime again. What kind of time transition is this? These times, half of them weren't even dressed properly. Sammy had a towel on. So you're telling me it took him 24 hours to reach next door? And another 24... It was crazy. I know they're just editing errors and they're just mistakes or whatever, but for a big production like this, I'm quite surprised that this slipped past them. And for a show that a lot of people think it might be fake because of certain things that's happening in the show and all that stuff, you lot ain't doing too much to convince the audience that it's real with all these minor issues. That's all I'm saying. It seemed like the editor of the Casa Amor that day had a Jack Daniel in his hand and maybe a spliff while he was while he was editing. I don't know. But did you guys notice the errors? I know some of you guys noticed it because I spoke to one or two people. If you haven't seen it, go check out the Casa Amor episode the other night. It was like a glitch in the Matrix and them things. It was crazy still. Let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Fred Stoge, you know how we do.